small rural town of Mornington Mills was a company town that started in 1899 as part of Millers Carry and Jarrah Forests Limited. This town had the Millers Timber Railway System, operating lumber trains to sawmills around the area. The trains also carried workers to the logging areas. On the 6th of November 1920, a service from Mornington Mills to Waukalip was being pulled by a locomotive named Jubilee. It was carrying railway sleepers and mill workers. Before the train went down a steep gradient on the line, approaching its end, the driver applied some brakes to make sure that the train would not derail. As the train started to roll down the hill, it kept going faster and faster despite the brakes being on, until it reached 50 kilometers an hour and derailed. The train flies off the tracks into a huge mound of derailed wagons and sleepers. 9 people are dead and 2 are injured in the wreckage. To this day, it stands as the worst train crash in Western Australian history. An inquest opened into the crash in 1921, and it found that the cause was insufficient braking power applied when it crashed. It is known that it was realised at the last seconds because investigators found a corpse in the wreckage of fireman Thomas Wilton holding onto a braking wheel. However, since the crew was dead, no blame was given to anyone, not even the company. In the end, the railway and town would close in 1961, when all its workers moved to Yarloop. The mill was turned into a PCYC camp until 2020 due to financial issues brought on from the COVID-19 pandemic. The crash site is now part of John Yetto's family farm, where on the 100th anniversary of the crash, they found many remnants of the derailment and the old train line on their property. There is also another freight line heading through Waukalip, however it is unrelated to this disaster. 100 years later, and it is still in people's memories. It is still the worst train disaster in Western Australia, and at the time was the worst train disaster in Australia since the Exeter train collision killing 14. I've made a documentary about that crash, a link to it is in the description. Sadly, this crash would soon be outdone by the 1925 Traviston train crash in Queensland, killing 10.